Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Alex.
What's on the agenda for today?
Okay, so today is Monday morning, and I changed my calendar in a way that Mondays and Fridays are now meeting free. So today there are two main things that I want to focus on. First of all, I want to catch up with emails, potential new clients, just a lot of follow-up. And then afterwards I will be doing one LinkedIn session, so preparing some content for the next weeks. And I will be doing a session together with Sina. First of all, about a new side project that we are launching for our go-to-market strategy. And then we will also have our monthly, so basically once per month we are sitting together talking big picture, what are the things that we need to change, what are the things that we need to prioritize, and that's about it for the day.
What's up with you, Sina?
I just need to work. Okay, so for me, super important thing today, we have a new intern starting. We have an in-person onboarding. That's really nice because normally we are a fully remote team, and it's nice that he's here in Berlin. So we are starting today. He is coming in 14 minutes, so I need to prep that. And then I also need to prep the onboarding for a new team member in El Salvador. So it's the first time we are hiring somebody in the US time zone. Normally it's mostly Europe or Southeast Asia. So that's a new kind of setup. So we need to see how it goes. I need to prep that, having the onboarding with her tomorrow. And then otherwise a lot of content preparation from my side today, and also to client calls where we need to discuss some design questions about how the new website structure is going to look like and all of that. But main focus is going to kick off the onboarding, having a good start for Oliver, and prepping everything for the onboarding also tomorrow.
Nice to have you.
Hi. Alex.
Hi, Ollie. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, so Alex, now you will get a glimpse into the very old footage of the company. Here's Sina again with his old money style. Look at his new outfit here. And for the thumbnails. So yeah, we are in progress of finding a good thumbnail strategy for the videos. Alex is now taking care of basically providing the image, and then Rafi or someone can do it for the team. And probably we are going with the second one, like being a founder always in the back, and then having the description. So the question about the title. So if I'm going to the channel right now, I was doing it in a way that I was talking about the series first, being a founder, then the topic of the video, and then the episode 1. So the only other thing that we could do is we could, for example, move the being a founder to the back with episode 1. So that the focus is on what's happening in the video, but I'm not sure, maybe it's also nice like this.
Maybe my main question would be if you can see the full title here. It's under recommendation, but I think yes, it's not so long.
Look at this one. It's already like cut off after.
What by? I mean, here if you see this, in terms of the length, it's I think quite similar. And this is the stats.
Ah, it is. Viral. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about go-to-market and how we actually started the company Magia in the first place, and then how we are doing the marketing and sales right now. So when we are thinking about starting the company, the first thing that we were doing to really test if there is a certain demand, we were starting with customer interviews. So basically we had this idea that marketers and founders will buy from us, and most of these companies should have some sort of funding or already a significant size in team basically. And what we did in the first week of launching the company is we were reaching out to, I think, 50 to 100 of these personas. And we were just saying, hey, we want to interview you 15 minutes about your design needs and your design challenges. And the thing with these interviews is that you want to understand the problems that they are having, and maybe then you can solve them for them. But first priority is just to understanding the problems. We can do the reach out through LinkedIn, but also what is super helpful, if you already have some sort of network, you can use it. So for example, I was texting a lot of my founder friends, hey, can I talk to you or your marketers about this one thing that is happening? So you should be able to get at least 20 to 30 calls in the first week. In these calls, you have to be super careful in listening. So basically, you just drop them some ideas, some things. So for example, hey, tell me a little bit more about how you are doing your marketing designs right now. And then it's about actually letting them talk. And they will start to talk and they will say, hey, I'm using Canva or I'm using an agency. And then it's your job to say, what is frustrating about it? Do you want to change something about it? How happy are you about it? And you write down all of the things that they were actually talking about. And in the end, over the course of 20, 30, 40 interviews, you get an idea on the real pain points of these customers. And when we did it back then, we realized a couple of things. So first of all, our thesis that there is an issue was already correct. And this was partly already validated because there are so many graphic design agencies out there, and there were already some providers that were using the same business model. So for us, the main issues were lack of design capacity in the first place. So marketers and founders, they have so much on their plate and they want to push out great marketing collateral. This can be everything from a pitch deck over to a website design over to social media ads. And it's really, really a challenge for them to get everything done, especially because most of the time they are not designers themselves, so they need some external partner, or otherwise, if they do it themselves, the quality goes down over time and it's super, super hard to be consistent on brand. Second one, a lot of companies are trying to hire in-house, but if you are hiring in-house, there are a couple of issues with that. First of all, it's super hard to find a good designer, and it's also very expensive if you find a good one. It is also hard to maintain them in the company. So if there is someone in there, then you need to keep them happy so that they will continue working for you. And on the other side, if you want to hire someone internally, it's not flexible at all. So imagine you're a startup, maybe there's not enough work for a full-time designer, then you have that person. And if you want to extend runway, it's not so easy to get rid of them again, or the resources doesn't fit the work that a designer can basically do. And the third one is, what was the alternative for most of the companies? So the alternative here would be that they would choose agencies, but historically speaking, agencies were quite expensive and also slow in the work that they are doing. And on the other side, freelancers are out there. Freelancers can be a great alternative for companies, but freelancers are most of the time very good at one specific thing. So basically, they can be very good at doing illustrations or very good at doing web design. But most of them are not generalist enough to do all of the things that the marketing department needs. And at the same point in time, it's also the problem that they might be here for a month or two, but then they have another big project or they are on holidays. So you as a marketing department need to source a new freelancer over and over again. So that's a super frustrating process. And these were the things that we learned from the customers. And so this is how we were actually creating our offer, because we said Magier is the alternative for all of this. And I could pitch it very, very well because I had all the pain points myself. So we are super flexible. You can cancel anytime and you can get started right away. We have the talent in-house that can serve all of your design needs. So no matter if you are just using us for social ads, or if you want web design, or if you're a company that needs all of it, from print to web to social ads, we serve you and we know everything about your brand. And then the third thing is, people want to have work fast. So this is why we have the 48-hour turnaround for our tasks inside Magier. And this is where the people were saying in the first demo calls and first interviews, this can't be real, this is too good to be true. And they really wanted to try it out. In the first week, we had the first 3 clients. We didn't have a single designer. So Sina and I needed to do the designs ourselves. That was a little bit messy, but in the end, it's about getting clients first, revenue first, and then you can solve all of your issues. And this is something that I'm also telling a lot of fellow founders always. Distribution, so marketing and sales, way more important than the product itself. From that on, we were taking a pass on 2 or 3 ways basically to acquire customers. So the first one, super important in any service business, is referral. So each happy customer can refer new customers, and this is something that will happen naturally. And at the beginning, it was a couple of customers that were referred by each other. Nowadays, it's making up around 15% maybe of our new customers. Second thing that we tried was cold outbound. So we were sending out a ton of emails to companies that were just raising funding or where we thought that they were in our ICP. When we were doing like an automatic outreach, we realized this wasn't working at all for us. So the response words were super low, and it also felt a little bit shady to do these like spam-like outreaches. So what I tried then is hyper-personalized outreach. So I was picking companies where I thought, okay, these are a perfect fit, and I was sending them a custom Loom video. I was in that Loom video, scrolling through their website and then pitching our service. And this took so much time to do it. So I could maybe do 50 to 100 per week, but the response rate was way, way higher. And I think we won 5 to 10 clients out of that in the first 3 months of doing the business. And this is when the flywheel started spinning. And then third off, we were always doing a lot of personal branding. Back then, way, way smaller than now. So I think maybe I had around 10,000 followers or something on LinkedIn. And with constant posting, I could get some more clients in. Nowadays, a lot has changed and the channels also look different. So if we are thinking about the channels right now, we have a couple of ones that are now driving most of the growth for the company. And first channel, personal branding. The thing that we started off in the first place, we saw is working. So right now, personal branding means that a lot of our team members, so Maria, Willy, Sina, and myself, we are constantly putting out content on mostly LinkedIn for now. Most of the content for personal branding is LinkedIn, but in the future also we will add on top of it, and this is why we are doing these videos, we will add YouTube on top of it, and we will add Insta. With the team posting on a constant basis, this is now driving around 70 to 80% of all the leads that are coming in any given month. Right now we are talking about roughly 25 30 leads per month that we are having in total. So demo calls. The goal is till the end of the year to go to at least 50 or 60 so that we have a constant growth trajectory for the company itself. It was also super challenging to scale from just me creating content for the personal brand to the team members. And now we are thinking about setting up a system that makes it even easier for them to do it. Then second block that we are still having is referral. So basically happy customers, they suggest more happy customers, so that's good. And this is also the reason why I'm always saying in any given service business, the quality of the work needs to be super good, because I can't have someone walking around saying, hey, working with Max and the Magia team is shitty, because then we have a couple of blocks that bring us customer, but in a smaller way. So the first one is partners. This could be people that create website copy. So someone that creates website copy for companies, then we'll send them to someone that can design the actual website for them. Then next up, what we will have is SEO. So we were writing a ton of different articles on our website. This is something that takes a lot of time, is slowly growing, but I believe there needs to be some sort of constant output so that people can also find you. And then it's also an element that creates trust for them. Then we have a YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, Magia, I'm doing a lot of educational videos. So stuff like how to move over from WordPress to Webflow. Also small at the moment, but this will be one of the biggest channels in the future. And the great thing about YouTube is really you upload content once, and then for an unlimited amount of time, it will bring you leads, it will bring you traffic. So sometimes I'm amazed because the video I uploaded 2 years ago, it's still driving us 100 views or something per day now. And this is just insane if you think about it, because if I'm posting on LinkedIn, I'm posting now and then the post is gone tomorrow and no one will see it anymore. And then last but not least, for us important is, let's call it freebies plus CRM. I'm a big believer that freebies are an important thing. So basically we are creating cool thing for the people. Could be a collection of the best landing page designs. We are moving people over into our email funnel. And then out of this one, we are converting them to paid clients. So this is what the strategy looks like right now. In terms of what I talked about earlier, we will be adding also more CRM. So for example, the AI newsletter, some stuff that we tried that wasn't working so well for us, just to mention, was webinars. With these webinars, I was doing, for example, on how to build great B2B SaaS ads. We can get a lot of people into the webinar with just paying ad money out there, but it was a lot of work to organizing it, and then also the conversion wasn't the best. So for example, if we would spend 2K on a webinar, we would have, 200 people in the webinar, and out of those we could convert 1 or 2. But most of the time it was not worth the time and the money. And if I would put the same effort into personal branding or YouTube, I think the effects are bigger. And one thing that we tried in the beginning is ads. Obviously, when you start a business, it's nice that you can just put money onto something and then you can see the results right away. So it's an easy way to scale fast. But for us, it's a product, Magia is a product that is quite expensive and takes a little bit of time to actually make the decision for any customer. So what we were seeing is we were spending a lot of money but didn't get the return right away, and then we got frustrated. Also, we are not the best people in serving an ad strategy. So at some point we thought, okay, let's drop it for now. Maybe something we will test again in the future. But I think it's always important to have like 1 or 2 main channels that you are growing with, because I believe any business out there or any idea that you also have, you can grow to 1 million in revenue just with 1 channel. So I would rather focus on 1 channel, doubling down, than doing too much in parallel. As you can imagine, it's a mistake that I'm doing over and over again, because I like to build stuff and, okay, we have this idea or that idea. So focus for us in 2025, personal branding. Then we will do YouTube, freebies, and AI newsletter, and we are separating these different channels also across our marketing team. Different people take care of different parts of this.
Happy birthday, Sina.
Thanks a lot.
Feels weird recording in Germany. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get arrested. Oh, well, there's a police officer right there. So
How fast can we get arrested?
let's see. Speed run.
Didn't get the work done that I wanted to do in the morning.
Why? What
I
happened?
don't know. I was trying to schedule out my day, and I had one client project that I wanted to work on and then produce the LinkedIn content. But somehow there were so many messages coming up that I didn't work on the LinkedIn content yet. So that's frustrating. And I always struggle to put blockers in my calendar and then do the actual thing that I blocked out. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like the mindset is not right. Maybe you need to be more strict about the things then that you are working on. But somehow I feel like if someone from the team is texting and they need something, or they are stuck in any kind of task, I always want to be the person that helps quite quickly so that they aren't blocking their work. So challenging. What would be super cool is, can show me your phone, Alex. Yeah. So if we would create a like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever card, something like this. Yeah. For the specific marketer that is joining. So let's imagine you are Maria, and you will come to the dinner. Then we have an illustration of her in there. And based on the LinkedIn profile, we have her strengths down here. So for example, SEO, blah, 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 in there. And then you are coming to your table and this card would lay there. How crazy would it be?
If the people have like filled in their LinkedIn profiles good enough to get the information, it's fun, yes, man.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. But the thing is here, we need some vendor that can produce it, I don't know, a day before. So it needs to be a local one. And the second thing, Maria was already asking, should we do it? Because a lot of people don't like AI generated art, because then it's like stealing from the actual thing.
Thanks.
But this
Yeah,
will be,
but we don't need to take the Yu-Gi-Oh or so card itself.
and it needs to be something that people know in some way. What do you think about the idea, Sina?
I like the idea. I think it's a bit, we have like 10 days to execute or not. If nice.
Yeah, I mean the generation, if you have the prompt once, then it's not so hard.
The only hard thing is to find the printer.
Yeah, and then overall card design we need. Depending if you want to copy exactly this one or something a bit different, then getting the informations and putting everything there. And the challenge is we need to know who is coming, and we don't know yet.
Yeah, but we know beforehand, but obviously like 2 days before or something we only know it. So everything needs to happen that next week.
Okay, so the main challenge, if we can do it or not, is to see if we can find a print shop. If not, then we cannot do it anyways.
If we're saying it's too much work in the first place, then we don't need to search the print shop. But I thought it would be good if there would be something creative and special that most people don't get in a normal dinner. But the thing is, I really believe if people see this, that they would repost it on socials just to say this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I think we should do it. I think the risk that somebody is not liking it is lower than the upside. We should do it.
Me again, my ideas. I'm just perfect. What can I do?
This is the greatest job I've ever had. Working with perfection.
No, I'm a genius.
2 hours later.
I will kill myself. Oh my god. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm reviewing a lot of the posts that we were creating for LinkedIn. So as you can see here, first of all, I was briefing some of the LinkedIn postings that we need design for. So I put some basic design in here and some briefing in terms of the content. And now one of our designers created the first variants of it. And I want to refine some of the stuff, so I'm putting a lot of comments down and also some final items here that I can export, because in the end my content calendar here, I want to plan out the next 2 or 3 months so that I already have all the LinkedIn content prepared, so that I don't need to go back in there every single day. Let's film the videos here.
Right then, right in here. Honestly.
Let's just film it in the Berlin subway. Hello, welcome to Magia. So things are quite hard now, business-wise. This is our new office. I mean, it's cheaper than co-working space. We have enough space. Everyone can work here. There are also some food and some drink options. Oh, no invoices.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, there is no form of positive mail. It's always,
What about if it's a birthday card?
I don't get these kind of things.
Oh, maybe I'll send you one this year.
Do you get one?
Yeah, my grandparents sometimes send me stuff.
Okay, nice.
They'll send a $5 bill or
No,
something.
for me it's always the Finanzamt,
Yeah,
the tax authority.
Yeah, that.
Please pay. On Saturday, the delivery driver was coming, and then I was standing at the door, and he was like, "Sorry, mister, I can't go there. I'm afraid of heights. You need to pick it up here."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cute, though.
Yeah, nice. Loaded.
Sick.
Now I will show you something else.
Uh-oh.
There was for our merch collection, there was some new stuff coming around. So, that's cool. As you can see here, we have
That box is neat.
Yeah, the box is nice. The color is not as it's supposed to be, but overall it's super nice. And there will be some more stuff in there in the next weeks, and then hopefully the team members will get some of those. Today was a good day. So despite me not working too much on some of the important things, we signed 3 new clients today. So that's super exciting. Luckily, the operations team was taking care of it. Everything is running smoothly already with these clients. And now I will spend the rest of the day crafting the content for LinkedIn, because I really want to finish this week with everything for this quarter. And then any minute, Sina might be coming over for our monthly. That will take another 2-3 hours or something, and then I will also call it a day.
Alrighty.
Why can't you always be here?
You know. I don't know. Your couch does look comfy, though.
You can just move in, Alex.
I can? Oh.